right. Welcome to another adventure of Star Trek Navajo. We're going to pick up sort of a little about a week or so after we left off with the Navajo arriving in the Gemulon system. With that, I think we will put you guys on the bridge of the Navajo.
Can we get a short recap for my aging brain? To my knowledge, we had the
So, you guys went to investigate some subspace distortions in a system along your way to the Gemulon. You were asked by Admiral Layton. Said disturbances was caused by a cloaked probe that self-destructed. You then picked up a distress signal from the essentially a surplus depot. You went to arrived at the surplus depot. You found the station was damaged, which was caused by sabotage. Two of the crew members were missing. One died. The other two, you brought help. Essentially, rendered aid. They're back on the surplus depot now. Technically, since we're fast forwarding time a bit. Uh, during that time, a Shangri-La class cruiser was being stolen. You don't know by who. And then a former captain of the Navajo decloaked in another ship with two Klingon birds of prey and demanding you let the ship go. And then they cloaked and disappeared. Supposedly heading towards Syncative space, and essentially you lost track of them from then on. I believe that was everything that happened in a nutshell.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I know we were supposed to report to the Gemulon colony, but I don't know what our orders were past that.
Correct. You're to receive new orders. There.
From who?
Admiral Gibson.
I thought Admiral Gibson was at Starbase 621. Bro, it's not Starbase 620. Is Gibson at the Gemulon colony, or do we need to contact him at the Starbase?
I guess you'll find out when you arrive in system.
Okay, I thought we were there.
No, you're almost arriving there. I sent Vogel something, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everyone was asking questions, so. Should arrive in the Gemulon colonies within an hour, sir.
Shall we call ahead for orders, Captain? I haven't received any orders from Admiral Gibson yet. I'm just told we were just told to report here. Well, give us a scan of the area and make sure there aren't any surprises. Hidden cloaked ships, Maquis waiting party, Klingon raiding parties.
And Vogel will check sensors for anything outside the ordinary. Sensors aren't picking up anything on sensors outside of the normal, sir. Just picking up Starfleet transponders from the colony and the new Gemulon station.
Excellent. Mr. Knox, reach out to the Gemulon station, let them know we're inbound.
Do it. This is the USS Navajo inbound. Do they respond?
Yeah, I'm typing it out to you.
That's what I thought. Okay. Just thought I'd double check. Okay, here we go. I've got a reply, sir. Admiral Gibson wants to meet you as soon as we arrive in orbit.
Interesting.
Guess those are priority orders.
Commander Vandar, have you seen any traffic about the Admiral moving his flag to the Gemulon system?
No, I haven't got any news of that at all.
Oh, very well, Mr. Vogel. Take us in at full impulse.
Aye, sir.
So, Mr. Vandar, have you had any of our various teams had any luck, made any progress on coming up with novel and new ways to detect cloaked ships?
Would we have anything on that? Just basic through like the DS9 revelations of cloaked ships and whatnot.
Pretty much. If they're in
Or
mass, you
just-
can detect. If they're in mass groups, you can detect subspace distortions. But other than that, there's not a really good way to detect them other than employing like a tachyon net.
No, Captain. We're still stuck with conventional means of finding cloak ships.
Well, in their spare time, I'd like to have our science and engineering division see if we can come up with something new and novel.
I'll see what they can come up with.
The next time we encounter this ship's former captain, we'd like to not have to watch her drive away.
Yeah.
Understood.
Maybe we get let Mr. Knox have some practice with manual aiming.
I'd really enjoy that, especially with the prior captain. Excuse my bluntness, sir.
Well, as far as I know, it's pretty much impossible to get a target lock on a cloaked vessel. Might be good practice for you to start boning up on ways to do it the old-fashioned way.
Right.
Miss Maris gave us a bit of a surprise.
We were caught off guard, that's for sure. And they were clearly prepping that ship for removal from the yard.
I'd like to return the favor the next time we encounter her.
Yeah.
Might be useful, Mr. Knox, as well to pull her Starfleet records and let's get an idea of battle tactics she tends to prefer.
While you're at the meeting, I'll start profiling her. That's an excellent idea. Figure out how she fights.
Speaking of preparations, Mr. Van Dyer, how goes the scheduling of combat drills?
I have meetings with department heads today to discuss it. Though I suppose while we're here at Gemulon, depending on what our orders are, would be a perfect time to get them done.
That's not a bad idea. All right, Jim, I've exhausted all the small talk I've got.
Okay.
I can think of.
The Navajo comes out of warp, you arrive in system. I do not have a view screen photo of the station, but you see as you come up to the actual colony, the planet where the colony is at, you see a small regular type class station currently in orbit around the planet.
Let's see. Those regular types don't have docking rings, do they?
No.
Nope.
All right, Mr. Vogel, assume standard orbit. Mr. Vandara, you have the con. Off to see the admiral.
Understood.
And Vogel will make for standard orbit.
Mr. Knox, if you would let the Gemulon station, let the admiral's office know that I'm on my way.
Sending now.
We'll head for the transporter room.
All right. I'm just gonna do some descriptions here. So you beam over to the actual Gemulon station. When you arrive in the transporter room, you see panels and engineers working on other systems. The transporter operator there greets you. For me, he's like, welcome aboard, Captain Perone. And then you see a rather short Bolivian woman she's got a big smile. She's like, Captain Perone, welcome to Gemulon Station. It's good to see you in person. And this is the Admiral's adjunct. And she escorts you up, uh, essentially towards the Admiral's office. As you kind of walk around, you see a lot of crew stuff, personnel working on different junctions and whatnot. She informs you, sorry about the mess, Admiral. Or Captain. We are still quite busy trying to get the station fully operational.
I understand. It's a lot of work moving a space station all this way. Has the admiral decided to transfer his flag here from Starbase 621?
Uh, it's not official yet, but it's looking that way. And you take a turbo lift up. It's a little small hallway, and she motions you towards the office. And she pings the door, and he goes, enter.
Admiral Gibson, reporting as ordered, sir.
Captain, please have a seat.
Thank you.
I was told you did a little errand for Admiral Layton.
It was on the way, sir. And it proved to be noteworthy.
Judging by your report, it seems we have more to worry about now. Though the theft at the depot, at least it's good to have it uncovered, so we at least know what we're working with. Any case,
Yes, it's.
good work.
Thank you, though. It's a little disturbing that it's another former member of the Navajo, that seems to have gone rogue.
Well, it's not all that surprising. She's been under watch by Starfleet intelligence for a while.
So what do they have on Miss Murray? She joined the Maquis or something different?
It's unclear. Wouldn't surprise me if she joined the Maquis. However, she was rather open about the agreement with the demilitarized zone. She said it was a violation of Starfleet's ethics.
There's a lot of officers that feel that way. That treaty, much like any compromise, is generally leaves no one happy. But it was necessary to end several years of warfare. Not too familiar with records of the Maquis obtaining old Klingon D7s, though. Seems a little upscale for them.
Well, Starfleet intelligence believe that she is working with the Klingons. It's unclear which house is currently backing her. Given the cloaking devices found on those ships, it's pretty evident that there is some Klingon involvement.
But are we dealing with a renegade house or sanctioned or officially unsanctioned activity on part of the Klingons?
Or a house that's repaying debts to her.
That's another possibility. There'd have to be some heavy debts, though.
In any case, given the activity between the now all-out war with the Klingons and the Cardassians, unfortunately, all Starfleet vessels are put on high alert, especially in this region. Last thing we need is for Federation merchant vessels to get caught in between these skirmishes. For right now, the Navajo is the big guns in this sector. So I need you and your crew to patrol certain key areas of the shipping lanes. As much as I like to get you and several of the other vessels back to exploration duties and diplomatic, unfortunately, securing these shipping lanes is our priority at the moment.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like we're becoming less of an exploratory mission and more on a war footing. It's troubling.
It is. Unfortunately, given the situation between the Klingons and the Cardassian, I think this is only a prelude to what's coming down the line. And given heightened security with changeling infiltrators trying to undermine the balance that we've had in this quadrant for the past 20 years, it's, well, even the Federation president's becoming uneasy with everything. And Admiral Layton's enhanced security protocols are, well, starting to become dystopian at best.
It certainly has the effect of making us all paranoid. Regarding the shipping lanes, Admiral, is our goal to be a visible deterrent?
Yes.
Or do we want a more active discouragement?
Well, hopefully UB act as a deterrent, but given we don't have a peace treaty with the Klingons any longer, you are fully authorized to fire on any Klingon vessel that's engaging in hostile activity with merchant vessels that are tied to the are registered with the Federation.
I understand. With the Klingons, the most effective tactic is if they're already engaged in hostilities, is to just go ahead and open fire rather than warn first. Is that a problem?
I prefer it to be by the book on our end, Captain.
Understood. I'll try not to scratch the paint too much. But as always, if I'm outnumbered, I'm gonna make it take every advantage I can get.
I trust you to make the best judgment call, Captain.
Well, and of course, I won't start any fights. I'll just be damn sure to finish them.
Good to know.
Anything else you need done while I'm out there, Admiral?
No, but as he turns his chair around and shows him the back viewer here of the grizzly, I would like you to start your patrol. Admiral Gibson taps his command report. Admiral, we're detecting a massive earthquake about 5 kilometers beneath the ocean floor, around 3,000 kilometers away from the main colony. That's it. We're detecting aftershocks in the magnitude of at least 6.0 on the Richter scale.
Current casualty reports.
As you hear the address, it's unknown at this time. There's a massive tsunami headed towards the colony. Captain, I think you need to get back to your ship. ETA on that. 1 hour.
Peron's gonna be a little rude. Tap his tap his con badge. Say, "This is Peron to the Navajo. Beam me up from right here."
Okay.
I'm sure Perron's walking up through here.
How was your meeting,
Well-
Captain?
It was. We'll discuss that later. Volo, did you pick up the earthquake just outside the colony?
GM, can I assume I did?
Yeah. Your sensor would detect it.
Yes, sir. I'm tracking it toward the colony now.
Bandara, we need to prepare emergency relief teams, and we need a way to stop that wave. I'm open to suggestions.
Perhaps some sort of solution can be found through the tractor beam with dispersing energy across a wider field instead of just the surface of the water column.
Okay. Knox, Vogel, suggestions? Because you don't want to hear my crazy idea.
That was actually my first choice.
Yeah, I haven't crunched this out, but potentially counter force with force, potentially discharge a torpedo in such a way as to maybe counter a certain percentage of the force that's heading towards the coast.
Seems a little seems a course of action that may cause more problems more than solve. But do the math and let's find out.
I don't believe hydrodynamics allow that for a solution. I'm pretty sure when waves meet in water, they just cross each other.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think you may be right. I might be able to drill a hole to reduce level or reduce level of the seafloor. I don't know whether that would work. The tractor beam idea might be the most viable.
Could be. My crazy idea is to put the Navajo in front of the wave and expand our shield facing.
That'll divert the force in two directions for sure, or at least angle it.
Would it be good enough to divert the wave around the colony?
If we were to get close enough to the point of origin, yeah, that is wave dynamics. Like
Oh.
a wave breaking across a berm or a seawall. Or
How big is the colony?
10 to 15, around 15,000
Okay,
just for
so
population.
it's like a small town.
Yeah,
is it concentrated in one area or is it spread out?
it's concentrated in one area. It's kind of spread out a little bit, but the Navajo could literally sit on top of it, and then there'd be maybe a little branch out a little bit further past that.
I believe the main problem with your idea, Captain, is that the wave, as one might imagine it, doesn't appear until the energy approaches land. So we would not be able to intercept it out here.
No, but what's the viability, GM? And I guess I'm looking at our science specialist and helmsman. What's the possibility of taking that idea and placing us a little bit off to divert the force to either side of the town? Act like kind of a seawall.
Well, I mean, even if we stop the force, you still have to deal with the flooding afterwards. Then
Sure, but at least the town's okay.
Could we combine the tractor beam and the shield issue? Use the tractor beams to divert some of the power while putting the ship in the way of the colony to divert the flooding away from the colony?
what's our science
It's
officer's name? The cat. Oh, we'd have to activate them, wouldn't we?
Kreia, but you would have to activate her if you're gonna make rolls for But
right.
So we can like interact with her.
Yeah. What's her thought? Stick the Navajo out, use our tractor beams and shields in combination to reduce impact on the location.
So
Or
I think they're
talked
all
about-
viable. She just says like they're viable. She says we could maybe also use the deflector dish to disperse the wave further.
that's a really good idea.
it was about what I was going to say. I was about to turn to Van Dyer and say, so you were talking about the energy of the tsunami as it approaches land. Could we use the deflector dish to offset that energy, to counter that energy?
Of course, the deflector dish. I always forgot. Damn. The most important part of any vessel.
It's the switchblade.
It's the Swiss Army knife of every vessel.
Yeah,
Mhm.
could use for any purpose.
It is
Literally.
the Federation MacGuffin.
Slices. It dices.
Does whatever the plot calls for. All right, we've got some ideas. We need.
I think we could do that. Additionally, we might want to use. I'm not sure of the terrain around the colony, but we might be able to use the phasers to cut channels into the ground on a very, very, very low setting.
Yeah,
to help
I'll put it this
No,
way: I'll tell you this right now. The colony is situated in a valley. There is a river that kind of divides the colony. But it's nestled in between, sort of in a valley between a couple of mountains, or like
so
a mountain
lots
valley.
of
Uh, yeah, it's an area that normally, if could easily be wiped out by a tsunami.
Yeah, valleys are
Well,
bad when it comes to tsunamis.
that
Uh,
part comes with cleanup anyways. I suggest we enact our plan that we have constructed as is and do so quickly.
I agree.
I agree.
Let's start calculating what type of energy and how much we need to push out of the sensor dish to counter the energy of the tsunami. Vogel, you need to set a course to put us in the way in case that doesn't work.
Yes, sir.
I'll start working on the tractor beam solutions
And the deflector dish.
and the deflector dish.
Okay, who's rolling for what here?
Well, I imagine Vogel's got the piloting aspect.
Yes. I probably shouldn't do that. I mean, my science score isn't terrible.
Could also direct someone.
That is true.
But you don't have any
I mean, I
momentum.
think yeah. Well, if we fail
Well,
a
no,
roll,
you
I
could
can
do it
give
as
us
an
a free
order.
momentum.
You could do it as an order. You just be rolling, and the way I've done this best, you could order or the science officer to do it. I will not count it as an activation, but they can roll an assist.
But it would be like a command roll.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds a lot more doable.
And this is for the deflector dish idea.
I was assuming both.
I can do the if he allows me to use engineering, I can do the the tractor beam.
Oh
There's
yes,
three
that's right.
options when you get there.
We were gonna have the science officer do the deflector dish.
Yep.
Knox do the tractor beam, and then the.
And I'm going to use the science officer's scans and information, i.e., volume of water or object that I'm manipulating with, a tractor beam.
Okay. Vogel, do you want to roll first?
Yeah, I mean, whichever order we want to do this in.
That's probably not too much.
Okay. To place the Navajo sort of in front of the colony, at just enough altitude to where you're not going to land the ship. Give me a daring plus con assisted by these ship's engines plus con difficulty of 3.
Is there a risk of colliding with the planet?
Yes.
Mostly for that one. Sorry, what's difficulty into comp ranges?
Div 3. Comp standard.
All right, let's get the threat train rolling now. Let's go ahead and just give you 3 threat.
Think of it this way: if you impact the planet hard enough, you'll make a big crater, and the tsunami will just go in there.
We'll call that Plan C.
For crater?
C, for crater.
Engines con from the ship.
Pull up the ship.
Does anyone else have that open? I can do it.
Engines, con. We'll see how this roll goes, and then you may be the Navajo roller after that. Ooh,
Looks like a pass.
I'm
Gain
gonna
momentum.
since I have a free reroll with my precision maneuvering, I'll reroll the 17.
Oof.
Ooh.
Almost a complication. But you do gain a momentum. Uh, Vogel, as you start piloting the Navajo, you see the Navajo just start. It just almost takes like you bring it down, and it's gliding through the clouds. The ship starts to shake as you're, entering the atmosphere and bringing it towards the colony. You see a beautiful mountainous view in the colony below as you bring the ship to a halt, and you can see the sea wave starting to rise off in the distance as the horizon's getting smaller and smaller. Who's next?
Sir, would it be possible to extend our shield bubble to encompass the colony?
Maybe not the colony itself, but can we expand the front shield facing to get the water to flow to either side of the opening of that valley?
Who's gonna roll for to get that to do that?
That sounds like a Knox thing.
It does. Knox has to roll though for the as soon as Kriya is done. Knox needs to roll for the the tractor beams.
I will tell
Unless
you. I'm gonna give you some information here.
okay.
Depending on what you're wanting to do here, you're either through the shield deflector or the tractor beam. You're going to have to use your reserve power. You're not going to be able to do all three.
Okay,
I
make sure
see.
yeah. Make sure the bosses know that option. We can't do all three.
Well, I think the tractor beam is kind of a backup, a fallback plan.
Okay, then I'm going to
So
concentrate on the shields.
yeah, I think if we get the
That is
shields, if we get the shields angled properly,
We can
and
plug the valley.
and we
Yeah,
succeed
that's what I'm
with
going
the
to try to do.
and we succeed with the deflector dish, then I think we can save the colony.
Okay. Then that's what I'm concentrating on, GM. So let me know what role you want me to make.
Okay, this is going to be a control plus engineering, assisted by the ship's structure engineering. Difficulty of 4, complication range of 3.
God. Okay, so obviously I'm blowing a value on this one,
This will also use your reserve power.
and this will use our reserve power. In the darkest of moments, a glint of light will guide you. That glint of light is the light reflecting off the water. I am going to try to, yes, use the shields to aqua guide here and protect this valley. So, blowing a value. And you said it's engineering, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what's my other stat? What's the attribute?
It's
Insight?
I know control. I think I said control engineering, but it should probably be daring engineering too. I think about
Okay.
so
I'll
control or daring engineering, assisted by the
I'm
ship's
taking.
structure engineering.
Okay. Somebody's going to have to handle that. I'd like to activate my focus of shipboard tactical systems. I am using a tactical system. Okay. And I'm using a determination value. And we've got one momentum. I have one shot at this. Do you mind if I spend a momentum too?
Do what you need to do.
Okay.
It's a difficulty 3. Yeah, do whatever you have to do.
Diff 4, actually.
Diff
Diff 4,
Yeah,
complication range of 3.
yeah, with the complication range. So I've thrown everything I can at it.
You,
Let us pray.
so you're only rolling 3 dice.
I'm
Make
rolling.
some threat.
Sorry.
give him some threat.
One at a time, please.
So
Okay.
yes.
Like when you spend your determination, 1 dice is selecting to roll a 1.
Okay.
Just remember that.
Yeah, I think he's good with 3 dice plus the ship. If we already know we have 2 successes.
Okay.
We
Here
just
it
need
goes.
one.
And I
Ship
do
came in
have
for collection.
sweet.
You have cautious security,
So I
not
wanted to
engineering.
activate that.
No,
Yeah, you are correct. You are correct.
Lucy,
but you
it's
gain a momentum.
Yay.
As you use the divert all power to the ship's shields, you extend the shield bubble to encompass most of the valley that you can, as you see this giant wave that extends several hundreds of meters, almost to the point where you see the water almost nearly engulfing the Navajo as some of it spills onto the colony and then roars back in multiple times as eventually the wave tsunami eventually settles down after about 40 minutes or so. But during the time that you definitely could, the ship shakes and whatnot. As Vogel is frantically trying to hover and keep the ship stationary.
okay. Okay. I was a little surprised. I thought we were going to do the two-part plan. Vogel scan the colony for damage.
Aye, sir.
Reason science, difficulty 2.
I used the momentum.
Tested by sensor science. Gain 3 momentum.
Sir, it looks like the damage from the tsunami is minimal, just some minor flooding in the outlying regions. However, the colony itself did suffer severe damage due to the aftershocks. It looks like several structures have collapsed.
Do you have any questions?
I guess what structures exactly collapsed?
It's several. It's unclear at this time. The colony is not designed. I'll put it this way: you can tell that the colony is not designed to handle earthquakes.
Vogel, is this area of Gemulon known for earthquakes? Are they common to the area?
That would be a momentum spent.
Sure.
Sir, this area was chosen for its lack of um, tectonic activity.
I see.
That bears investigating, but first things first. Casualties on the ground?
With the amount of damage, sir, and the trouble they're having getting to these areas, there's no estimate at this time.
Very well. Mr. Van Dyer, prepare and lead damage and medical relief teams.
Yeah,
Use
will be done.
shuttles, transporters, whatever we need.
And Van Dyer will even start preparing relief.
I dropped the momentum because it's a scene change, but I'm typing something.
Sir, I'm picking up a strange energy reading about 3,500 kilometers from our location. Jim, is that on the planet or in space?
Planet. Actually, give me a insight plus science, difficulty of 1.
You know what? Take a threat.
Gain 2.
Done. Sure. Go.
I'm also reading that energy signature is happening about 5,000 kilometers in one of the oceans. Appears to be coming from the bottom of the seafloor.
Where is that from here?
I'll pull it up on the view screen. It's hard to get an exact reading, sir, but the signature, the power signature at least, is maybe equal to that of a small station or a large starship.
Could we use the sensors on the station in orbit to scan that area?
Your sensors are better.
Are they?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Bet. From a scan of the area, Vogel.
I'm assuming you're moving the ship into high altitude while you're doing this.
Yeah, we do need to get back into orbit.
Yeah, Nick is not meant for atmospheric flight.
Okay. Give me a reason plus science. Difficulty of 2, assisted by the ship's sensor science.
And then we would have probably like left behind a team for disaster relief.
Take another threat. Trying to trade threat for momentum.
It appears to be working.
Someone want to grab ship.
Ah, what is the ship rolling?
Sensor science.
Sensor science.
Sensors science.
Jeez. 4 momentum, so that puts you at 1 float.
I'm getting too much interference from the ocean to definitively tell what's down there, sir. But whatever it is, it seems to be in one of the trenches on the ocean floor. It seems that this signal is also the origin point of that earthquake.
Well, that's definitely interesting. We got any shuttles remaining on board after the relief teams departed?
For a float, I will answer a question that might be relevant.
Yeah. Sure.
don't think he's going to tell us the question. From the animals, I missed it. Did he already tell us what type of energy it was?
I did not.
That would be useful information.
Yeah, it could be the next question. Sir, it seems that the energy signature is at crush depth for any shuttle. We'd have to seriously modify any shuttle to try to get close down there. And GM, can I use a momentum for type of energy? Starting to analyze the type of energy that's possessing, sir. I'm not detecting that it's explosive. It seems to be more thermal in nature.
Thermal.
I'm just speculating now, sir, but it, might be a natural phenomenon, maybe a thermal vent or a small underground volcano. Or, given these energy readings, maybe a larger underwater volcano.
I'll clarify. No natural. It's not natural. Just so you know, like
Okay.
a volcanic event would not match the energy signature that you're seeing.
All right. Disregard all of that.
I'm beginning to suspect that the culprit may be a bit more sinister in nature than natural.
Yeah, I'll probably say it didn't look like caused by explosive, but it also doesn't seem to be from natural causes, sir.
Well, let's not ascribe motivation until we know more. How big is that trench?
I'll pull up the dimensions.
You know what I'm going to ask next, Mr.
I do know what you're going to ask next. Can't get exact dimensions, sir. The radiation from this heat source is diffusing the sensor resolution.
Are there no historical scans of the trench on which you can base your estimations? Surely planetary surveys would have gotten the information before the colony was placed here.
Sorry, that's I did not add. There's something before you speak. I need to edit that real quick.
Okay. And there is the question they're asking, GM, is basically can the Navajo get down there? Just to save a lot of typing. That's where they're trying to go. Damn, that's deep. Kind of referencing with the initial survey, sir, it looks like this trench could be another 3,000 to 5,000 kilometers deep.
I'm sorry, kilometers?
Aye, sir.
Surely you meant meters.
That seeing that it might be bigger than the planet.
Yes.
Yeah, no meters. That's a typo, probably. Yeah.
What about its width?
I would not have put a colony here.
The trench seems to go down for another 3,000 to 5,000 meters.
I see.
And the question did ask the question is, what's the width?
I would assume width wouldn't really matter in this context so much as depth would.
Well, I know what the captain's trying to ask, and I'm trying to get us there.
Oh, I see.
Yes, he wants to see if the Navajo, we can turn the Navajo into a submarine.
Mm.
Sir, I think I get what you're hinting at, sir, but I don't think it's wide enough for the Navajo, sir.
Very well.
He said disappointedly.
Well, then this thing is very likely that this, whatever it is a danger to the colony. We need to investigate. If the Navajo won't fit, then we're going to need to modify a shuttle. Or find it.
I'd recommend we contact the Solok and get him working on a solution.
I would suggest perhaps putting a secondary generator in a shuttle for this, a dedicated generator for the structural integrity field on a shuttle.
That might work. There's got to be some files. This has been done before, right? We've got a runabout. Could we modify it?
Well, we can always modify a runabout. Just a matter of doing it right.
Yeah.
But if I understand Star Trek physics, which is always iffy, if we have a strong enough structural integrity field, we don't have to worry about reinforcing a shuttle's hull, which would take quite a bit of time.
Correct.
Though if we had the time, I'd want to do both.
That tracks by my knowledge.
I've got engineering at 4. Do you all want me to make a roll to see, what could be done?
I mean, you can certainly.
Yeah.
This is up to you guys on how you wish to proceed. So,
Captain will look at Knox and say, Knox, I think we can increase.
Okay.
We can amplify a shuttle structural integrity field enough to make it survive crush depth.
Absolutely. I wouldn't mind some assistance with this. I'll look down out of character. Van Dyer, you could make another command roll if Kriya needs to feed us science. If not, I can boil this down to an engineering roll. But I'll need to use momentum as I am out of. I'm valueless.
Yeah, I can give Kriya an order.
GM, does that need to happen before? Does the
You have
science roll?
you have like 5 slots. This is a
Okay.
new scene, okay?
Okay.
So
So
anybody
somebody.
can activate a supporting. You can activate a supporting character if you guys want to. You just have to play that supporting character until the end, at least until the end of the scene, like for rolling, whoever picks it up. But then the
Yeah,
next
see,
scene, you
that's
can
the
go back
problem.
to playing your main character. That's the way the rules work.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
somebody
what I'm
play
trying
Kree
to.
or
That's what I'm trying
Maxine.
to avoid.
Oh,
So
But
since I'm giving Knox the order, can I assist them with presence command? Which would also
I,
bring my advisor talent into play, giving her a reroll.
that's
I mean,
good.
are you directing or
Well, I'm not
trying
using my
to
direct.
more like assist, right?
Yeah, but I'm trying to
You can
assist with
assist. Mm, how are you assisting with presence command?
I am telling Knox, uh, guiding Knox through the process. I gave her the idea. I'm
Yep.
trusting my security chief, my tactical officer, to do an engineering task, inspiring her to greatness.
Well, one of two things. So, like, you're not like technically trying to guide her, so because that would make that engineering. But if you're giving her detailed instruction of what you want to do, that's going to be more of a control plus engineering, or sorry, control plus command for the
I
assist.
I will I will take it. Not as
And
good a roll, but that still gives her a free reroll.
but what is not? So you taking a runabout and you're trying to do what with it though? So I know what to make the roll.
Portable generator to create better structure. Create an
Boost the structural
addition.
integrity field.
Yeah, either reinforce existing structural integrity or create a field outside that again helps
Okay.
deal with pressure and depth.
It basically enhancing the structural integrity field so that the shuttle can handle that depth.
Okay. I will tell you what, this is gonna be a trait creation, so this is going to be a control plus engineering, difficulty 2.
Control engineering, great.
Now, this may be something you want to spend points on
Oh
because
yeah.
there may be rolls to make that will help lower difficulty as you get to different levels. So the higher the
Okay.
potency might be better.
Okay, so the first initial roll is important. So what you're saying, GM, is I might want to spend some momentum, right?
Well, you
So
when
you
you
want
make
to
a trait, it's
generate
an potency 1. If you can spend momentum to make it potency by spending 2 momentum, you can add to the potency level. Okay.
Great. Then I'm just going to concentrate on the roll then so we can raise the potency of the trait.
you want
I'll
to generate momentum. So you probably if you want to get more dice, you want to use threat to do that. So
okay.
you're
Okay.
not subtracting from a momentum pool.
I'll do that. I'll take 1 die for debt and threat. Now I'm rolling 3 dice and I'm 9 and 4. I don't have an applicable focus. So there we go. Do you want me to roll more? Do you guys want me to take more threat? Or do you think a 3 dice will do it? Trying to hit 2 successes, right?
Yeah, I think that's fine because we're at 5 momentum already, so we can only gain so much. Because
Okay.
any float we get, we're just going to spend on increasing the potency.
Exactly. Okay, I could spend. I'm just going to go with 3 dice then, unless you want me to spend more. Here it goes.
It's your roll, so that's a you
If you
decision.
guys are good with some more threat, I'll take 2 more, and I believe that brings it to 4 dice. 4 dice, 2 threat, total of 3. Is that
Yep.
correct? Okay,
Yeah.
great. Here it goes. Praying. Luckily,
Here's
I worked on shuttles in customs situations, on Caldos.
so I don't have a and you succeeded on all 4 dice, so you don't need
Okay.
that free reroll, but that gives us 6 successes on.
You have 4 moment. You essentially generate 4 momentum with this. Do you want to spend that 4 momentum that you generated to enhance the potency to make it potency level
I would.
3?
Yeah, I
Okay.
would. That way, at least we know we're as potent as we can be for our
Well,
descent.
you can go up to 5, but that's up to
That's
you
up to other
guys.
pieces if they want to spend more momentum to go up. The more that we spend, the less of an issue the shuttle is,
We'll only spend 2 more to get the potency 4. That way, because I think the shuttle collapsing.
That's just bad news, sir.
Okay.
That's an entire away team worth of players. They get to make new characters if that happens.
Aye.
Stop. It doesn't explode. It implodes.
Yeah, yes, that's why I said it'd be an entire an
Boom!
entire away team full of characters that get to be made anew.
Okay, so then we'll spend 2 more, and that's coming from the momentum pool, right? There we go. Okay, that's it. It's the best I can do, sir.
Which
seems-
runabout did you make the modifications to?
Whichever one the crew chiefs wanted me to. Right, I'm gonna trust the instincts of the deck team, the flight deck, and their
Leave
people.
decisions like that to an NPC. Vogel, which shuttle did you want to take?
Okay, you Vogel decides.
Vogel's partial to the Wabash.
Okay, Wabash.
go.
So I'll lead a team and work on it.
Brought a look to the seat next to go. So Mr. Van Dyer, how much do you trust Commander Lieutenant Knox's engineering acumen?
I've not been given any reason to distrust it yet.
Excellent. Take Mr. Vogel and whoever else you need, and let's go figure out what the heck that is.
Understood. I'll take the science officer.
Grabbing Greya?
Yes.
I mean, you have other science
Unless
officers.
there's someone else you would rather be Peron.
Well, let me see, because we use her a lot, so that's a plus there. We've used Maxine a bit too.
I was thinking it might be useful to have a science character on the mission
yeah,
or discovering stuff.
Don't forget, Vogel's got a lot. Has got a foreign science.
Aye, sir, you want me to go since I kit bashed this thing?
In that case, Vandar, why don't you let's take an engineer.
That could be a good idea. It's been a while since Archambault was on an away mission yet.
And she's not killing people in engineering? That was out of character.
Protect the engineer if she's gone.
That's right. She'll go to Van Dyer. Do you want me going on this thing since I helped kit bash this ship?
Sure. You would
Okay,
be a good addition to the team.
yeah, it'd be good to have 2 engineers, really.
Well, well, if you've got engineering and Vogel's got science, do you want to take a medical officer?
Yeah.
That could be a good idea.
Oh, I could Vigo. Take Vigo alive.
He's the cool, field mission doctor. He's a waiting doc.
I will have to be going shortly, though.
Okay.
I
Aw.
warn.
Yeah, he did. We need to develop. Do we want one to develop more? Or
I
do
think
we
that
want
would
to take
be
As
somebody to develop.
as far as
always
like
good
doctors.
Please.
Yeah, let's take Vigo. He's oh. Yeah, if Van Dyer's gonna leave. It looks like Perot needs to go. Wait a minute, doctor.
Absolutely. There's an unusual situation that requires that the captain go this time, even under Van Dyer's,
That's an excellent point the GM makes.
Sorry.
GM makes an excellent point that since you
Kirk.
have to go, I get Van Dyer to stay on the bridge.
Yeah, that works.
There we go. Kirk it.
Or we could both stay on the bridge, and we give Knox her first command of an away team.
Oh God, no, please.
That could work.
Yeah, let's activate Vigo and let's see. Let's give Knox her first command.
Okay, but bring really good supporting characters, please.
It's gotta happen eventually. Yeah, let's take Vigo and Knox will. I'll take Vigo and Knox will take command. Go be engineer sciencey people.
Somewhere in a parallel dimension, Kirk goes, Perone, you needed to command that mission.
Ah,
Okay,
doesn't involve Gorn that need chopping up with a batleth.
Kirk would, of course, agree with that, given his
Okay,
history with Gorn.
who's going down? So I know.
Knox and Vigo.
And Vogel's gonna fly the shuttle
Thank God Vogel's there.
and pull double duty as a sciencey person.
Okay. This is gonna be a scene change.
And I am going to be skedaddling. I hope you guys have a good rest of your game.
Great. Have a great night, sir. See you
Good
next
night.
time.
See ya.
I forgot to change the background layer of this, but oh well.
Let me let this go. I better get before she forgets.
Now we're going to call it the dive about.
That's not a good effect. Okay, Vogel, you take the runabout out, manage to re-enter the atmosphere again in the runabout. There's no role for this. As you pilot towards the location of the energy signature from the surface, and as you get close to above the water, you see essentially what looks like bubbles flowing to the surface.
Must be in the right spot.
Aye.
See, engines are showing green. Structural integrity fields are holding. Ready to dive on your orders.
Let's dive.
And I'll put her nose down.
As you dip into the ocean, you could definitely see a stream of bubbles flowing rapidly up to the surface. The sensor gauges on the runabout reads that there's definitely heat radiating, which is much more warmer. Could potentially cause some weather havoc down the road if this keeps up. Um, as you get deeper and deeper, it gets darker and darker. That's probably where you can't really see the bubbles anymore.
The heat, does that appear to be from the vent? A vent created by the seismic activity?
I'll leave it a role play.
I'll just ask Miss Vogel. Miss Vogel, do you think that heat is generated by some kind of vent, left over from the seismic activity?
Just got back home. Give me a few minutes.
No problem. No problem.
As the runabout continues going deeper, you notice essentially strange like bioluminescent creatures.
I'll turn on the universal translator because bioluminescent creatures might communicate in light frequencies. At least that's something that's somewhat known to the UT. Just in case. They're probably just locals, right? Local non intelligent.
They're local non-intelligent.
Okay, great. They're just awesome and glowy and deep sea.
Yeah, it's almost like you're in space again.
Right. She has mumbled a few Caldosian, you know, sailor's prayers being down here.
Knox, as you're watching the sensors, I assume, give me
Yeah, of course.
insight science difficulty 1.
Insight. Science. Diff 1. Do you guys mind if I take a threat to add a die just in case this is important? Or do you want me to use momentum?
Do what you need to do. That's a you decision.
Okay, I'm going to take it from threat because I want to keep the momentum. So, okay. There you go. Mine is 12, so 2 successes.
Okay, gain a momentum.
Great.
Hey, does the Wabash help? Ish.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we got a runabout. They kicked butt.
I guess sensor science.
Go Wobby. Go Wobby.
Worth a shot. I guess the answer to the question, does the Wabash help, is no.
Nope.
But it didn't hurt either, so
Anything you walk away from without a thing.
don't break my shuttle.
I'm trying not to. That's why I brought the ace pilot.
I sent you something, Knox.
Oh, you did. Sorry, I was admiring the waviness of the tabletop there. Hold on. Let me grab that. Oh, you probably sent it under your car. Sorry, I was in another area. Hold on one moment. Let me, there we go. We've got a large creature approaching the runabout, nearly 100 meters long. I'm gonna bring the ship to yellow alert. Although, question: if we go to yellow alert, is that gonna? That's gonna be well. The creature might be able to see it, might not.
I'd head straight for you.
But yeah, I will bring us to red. It's moving fast.
Yeah. It's
Okay, yeah, red
snaking through
alert.
the water.
I'll call it out and lock on to it, but I'd love to hear Vogel's opinion of what it is. So Vogel will be right back. So I'd love to freeze. I don't
No,
want
I'm
to
back.
shoot it. Oh, great. We've got a creature. We just went to red alert. We've got a creature approaching us 100 meters, and she calls off the mark and direction. I don't know what it is. I'm ready to fire on it if we have to.
Lieutenant, you're not seriously gonna fire. Phaser's
No,
got a
not
lot
unless we have
live
not unless
creature.
we have to. That's why I'm asking for an assessment from the sciencey people. Is it a threat?
Well, we don't know what's down here yet, but let's go evasive first and see what it does.
Excellent.
Okay, give me a daring con difficulty 2, assisted by the runabout's engines con.
Right, I'll take a momentum. If someone could grab shuttle for me, please.
Right. Engine time. This will be cute. Hey,
Gain 2.
take it.
Yeah, I
Uh,
didn't take one off. I think that's right.
as you go evasive, in the despite the bioluminescent, little organisms that exist down here, you see sort of this large, gigantic snake, like almost pretty much an eel, uh, about 100 meters in length, just swim right past you as you go evasive and fly the runabout alongside of it as it narrowly misses.
Vigo's going to get a good medical scan of it for the biology files.
Uh, control plus medicine, assisted by the runabout's sensors plus science, difficulty 2.
I'll spend a momentum on a third die. All right. Well, apparently, unless this is an amazing roll, this is going to go badly for. Yeah, apparently Vigo's not very good at that sort of thing. He didn't have any. Oh, I should have used threat. He's got bold. Dang it.
As you as Vigo sees it, goes, "Oh, I should catalog this." And as he tries to catalog it really quick, the eel swims away. As you weren't able to get a detailed scan of it.
Excellent work, Miss Vogel. Again, you are a brilliant pilot.
You dodged so well, I couldn't even get a scan of that eel. That's how awesome you are.
Sorry, Vigo. Maybe we could catch it on the way back up.
If there's no objections, I'm going to bring us off red alert. Take us down.
And I'll continue our previous course.
And I'll keep watching those gauges.
As you go deeper, Knox, you notice that the eel is following you.
Oh boy. 100-meter boy is on our tail. You might be able to get that scan now. I think there's something, a vibration, a light we're emitting, or an EM field that's got that puppy. It likes us. Not in a good way.
I might have hit the wrong button.
Well, it's a good possibility that that thing sees us as food. Maybe
Yeah.
if we were to make ourselves less tasty, maybe by venting a little bit of plasma.
Or something. Look over at Vigo. Can you give me something that might, frequency a light, something that might affect a creature like this? You're as close as we've got to a xenobiologist.
Sir, if I had if I'd been able to scan it before, I probably could have given you that. I have no clue what that is.
Okay, let's go with something we know that crap doesn't like down here. That's still Oceanography 101, and I can take a shot at that, but Miss Vogel, you might have a better shot.
To do what?
identify a frequency or light pattern or energy emanation that you feel as a science expert, which would help deter uh, our friend.
Um, this we're like in a bioluminescence part, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
The idea.
it's pretty deep.
Okay, basically, I'm just gonna turn a spotlight on the thing if it's used to living its whole natural. This is assuming the thing has eyes, of course.
I don't think
But
we're
just
deeper than I don't think we're deeper than eyes yet right now, Vogel. That's brilliant.
but if it's sensitive to photographic light, then just shining a light at it might be enough to deter it.
And run the frequencies. You run a few frequencies. It might be, we might find something is more effective or less effective.
Okay, you turn on the ship's light and you shine a light directly at it. On the sensors, the large creature breaks off briefly and then dives deeper and then seems to be headed straight for you.
Worked only temporarily, but I think it just pissed it off.
Yeah, that's always a worry. Well, you're up for another dodge. If I think it's GM, if I think it will help Vogel's piloting to be on yellow alert for power distribution reasons, I'll do that. If not, you know, she's she's got this.
So you're gonna try to avoid it, like try to evade it again.
If those are the orders.
Okay, daring con difficulty 2. This is about engines con.
Take a momentum.
So far, you gain 2.
Don't want to grab ship.
Oh, sorry. I was distracted by the big fish eating other big fish.
Right on. Wabash.
Well, there's always a bigger fish.
Gain 4.
Now, do you understand why this is Vogel's favorite runabout?
Yes, yes. And Knox will never ever second guess you on runabouts again.
As the eel comes directly for the side of Vogel, you pop the impulse engines to give you a big burst straight down as alarm bells start ringing off, narrowing the eel missing as it as you gain speed trying to avoid eventually the large almost leviathan like creature swims off to find another meal elsewhere.
All right, I think it's given up its hunt.
Okay. We'll continue on with ours. Look at the dials. How are we doing, GM? Things back to
Well,
homeostasis.
your trait counters the rolls I was going to
Great.
make. So
Well, it doesn't mean the character ain't watching paranoid. I mean, she's
right.
probably been on things have
Yeah.
gone bad.
There's only going to be one roll as you get down towards the trench area. The sensors, you could definitely see lots of bubbles, kind of, you know, forming almost like air pockets, from the constant, the ocean water heating up to, you know,
Right.
boiling temperatures. As you get deeper and deeper entrance, I need you to make a Vogel. It's a difficulty 0. Um, Daring Con, so it's assisted by the Runabout's Engines Con. I am just looking to see if you roll a complication or not. So
No increase in range, or just a 1.
it's just difficulty 0 because of the current
Okay,
trait that's in
cool.
place.
I'll use a momentum.
It almost wanted to be a 20.
Well, that's why I use the momentum to have a reroll. Someone grab Wabash.
Well, you have 4 float. Well, 3 float. Gain a momentum.
What to do with the float?
Does it go bye bye?
I'm thinking
Obtain information. What is causing those bubbles? Is that leftover
You
from
already know. It's
seismic?
the thermal radiation in the area.
Okay.
Can I create a trait that our descent is so perfect that we will be in the perfect scan position to avoid any of the thermal radiation too? Really, to
No,
avoid find a pocket to avoid the radiation.
it's all around you, so you wouldn't be able to do that.
Okay. Then can I use it to get us in a good position to give an advantage to um, science rolls moving forward?
I'll just give you a bunch of information as you're descending down. How's that?
That works for me.
So as you're descending down, your sensors indicate as it kind of clears up a little bit. You see a massive structure embedded into the canyon or the trench wall, and below that, you see that a fissure has opened up, and you see essentially lava flowing down into this trench. As you get kind of closer, you see what appears to be a place to where you could enter whatever this facility is.
Since we were here for that Zenkethi issue with their arch nemesis, does the design of the structure look similar to the race of people that was last here?
You can assume that.
Wonder if this station is left over from the old inhabitants here.
Yeah, and the question is, what was the function of it? Maybe it was to control this thing from an. Can I analyze it from an engineering point of view, or do I not have enough data?
You do not have enough information.
That's what I thought. Okay.
First seems like a weird place to put a facility. I wonder what it does.
That's yes.
Well, it could have many uses. I mean, they could use it as a research base. Maybe they found a flaw in the planet and needed to put this here to counteract that flaw. I mean, maybe the
That's
seismic
a
activity
possibility.
is the purpose of it.
Could have also been energy generation. Maybe this is a particularly good vent area and they used it for energy gen. I don't know enough about. What do the files on the runabout say about the alien species who was here and they're used? Do they use thermal energy? Are they known for being thermal buddies?
Believe not much is known about them,
I figured that, yeah. But who
unless
knows?
GM corrects me. But I don't think there's that much on their society.
No, there's not that much on their society. The Zinketi were
Okay.
quite adamant that this is their stuff, everything was taken and destroyed.
Yep. I mean,
Okay.
there's more questions than answers, I'm afraid. And there's only one place, as she points to it, that will find
Yeah.
them.
Yep. Let's go.
Do you attempting to enter the facility?
Yeah.
You pilot the runabout inside what appears to be an open area. As you go in and raise the runabout up a little bit, you find that it is pressurized above you to where there's breathable air.
Sweet.
Well, that's convenient.
Is it safe outside?
Well, let me get a scan of the atmosphere around us. And Fico will try his hand at the medical scanners again. See if he's a little more competent this time.
Go Vigo. Go Vigo.
See if the V can learn something useful.
There's no
Lieutenant,
room.
it's pretty standard fare for a starship or a facility of this type, and processed canned air.
Do we have any language matrices for the Zen? What is it? The Zen cat? Zen? Which species is it? I can't pronounce it. The player can't pronounce it. Zenkathi? Is that right?
It's not mentioned. No one's mentioned. I don't think any of the only player character here that would know about the species original habit is Vogel, because I believe
Right.
she was present for some of it, and I don't think any of the other character, like your character or Vigo, was.
But if it looks like Vogel is familiar, then she'll ask, "What's which? Do we have language matrices for this species? Because we might want to be able to read engineering displays."
I mean, sensors detect like a walkway where
Okay.
the
Well,
runabout's out.
yeah. I just since the character doesn't know, she will ask, Vogel, who is this species? You you know about them?
Not much. I think the captain might know more, actually, but just what I understand, the Zenkethi consider them to be their. I believe the term they used were devils.
So this was the Zenkathi Devils. Okay. Um, I assume there's no language matrix unless the captain has one.
That arc was so long ago. I'm trying to remember what my character knows. But we got to have their their language in our stuff because we communicated with them. So
And I'm sending
might
a
be over.
message to the
Yeah, I might be
captain.
overthinking a bit.
Okay. Then I am going to post the captain on what's going on and where we are at. Do we have communication capacity? Or is that affected by our docking?
It's very grainy. So
That's fine. I'll send text. Yeah, I won't even worry about voice. Just what we found, where we're at, we're investigating now.
Then the captain will respond with, "Very well, proceed."
Okay. So we'll get out and walk down the walkway. I'll bring an engineering tricorder. Ooh, cool.
you get out of the runabout, you walk up and go through a door, and you see a long, white, pristine corridor. Doesn't seem like anyone has been here for quite a long time. You see what appears lava flowing through what appears to be sort of like a bridge area. Um, Possibly one of the lava flows that flows into the trench. This seems to have opened up.
Okay, proceed. I'm going to keep an eye out for any security threats. Anything that looks like it's designed to counter people walking in or anything. Okay. And I'm going to have to take a couple minute break shortly. I have to send a work message. So I'm going to need to step away for 5 minutes shortly.
Okay.
It'll be real fast.
So what are you guys doing?
Heading to the door.
No, not doors.
I mean, if there's no computer terminals here to try to figure out a function, then yeah, we try to move deeper.
You walk up to the door. The door automatically opens for you. And as you enter the room, you see more of the same lava chamber, and you see machinery working as it's kind of hummed to life. A Essentially a beam appears out of it, meticulously making what appears to be various components.
Okay.
Can we
Component.
tell what it's making?
Give me insight plus engineering difficulty 2.
Okay.
Take a threat and 2 momentum.
And I'll assist her. One die. You said engineering and what?
It's insight engineering.
Sweet.
Oops, I thought you said reason. The 2 successes are still successes.
And here's an assist on my part. Well, I usually generate a lot of momentum for you guys. Not today. Any way
Vogel,
we can.
as you looking at it, Knox is like, kind of baffled a bit, unsure what is this machine is or making. You think it's almost magic in a way. Uh, you do, Vogel. You think it's some sort of way to almost works similar to how replicators work, but it is building these engineering components at the I cannot say it
Molecular
now.
level.
Yes, thank you. And what they appear to be making is ship components. At least that's what you think.
Hmm. Can't be sure, but it seems to be a very advanced type of replication technology. But it looks, can't be sure, but these almost seem like ship components.
Ship components down here.
Wonder if this is a type of ship factory.
Could be. And those could be ships designed to work down here, perhaps even in the stone, right? I don't know.
We're talking starship and not ship, right, GM?
Yeah, Starship.
Okay.
Starship. Okay.
So they're not making boats. They're making space boats.
Space boats in deep water.
Well, I think we might have at least figured out what the function of this place is. The question is, why is it operational, and what caused that
Exactly.
tsunami?
Who would build
I'm
it?
thinking there was some kind of failure down here. Is there another area where we can access sensors or
You
facility information?
you can continue to explore the facility. It's actually rather large.
Okay, then we're going to continue to explore.
I think
Thank
Vigo had
God
a
we have
comment to make.
data.
He was just going to comment. He said, who would build a shipyard down here?"
My
Out
only
of
thought is
curiosity,
maybe
he's
this
gonna
was
try something a little. Try something a little. I'm gonna do this. Is gonna be a reach. Um, are there any like computer panels nearby or
There is.
workstations? He's gonna approach one and scan it for um, biological residue, like DNA or other traces that he could analyze to maybe indicate who really belongs here or who really worked here and
You
how long and how old those traces are.
you find no biological traces. It's almost as if the environment is sterile.
Uh, Vigo look back at Knox. Sir, I'm not picking up any traces of biological residue. This place is either sterile by design or has been sterilized. I suspect the former.
I suspect you're right.
Whatever they're making here required a sterile environment. I wouldn't know
Could
why,
be
but I'm not an engineer.
this is alien engineering. Um, the only thing I could think of. Does it look like that his theory is right that this is a sterile environment and everybody might be in a suit when they work here?
You could assume that. I can't give you an answer for that, so
Okay, let's just be careful unless we don't want ourselves to get sterilized. But yeah,
Can
not enough.
I ascertain the function of this workstation that I found?
insight engineering difficulty 2.
This is going to go so well. Um, Let me give you a point of momentum just because. Hey.
Okay. As you look at the console, it seems to be automated. It seems to be almost like a service terminal to show if there's any, damage or the progress of the different what you could tell what you think is the machinery. It from what you could tell, everything looks like it is currently working under load. It shows an indicator of power generation, and the power generation you think is at optimal levels based on the reading you see. Location.
Oh,
As
I'm
the
not.
Cation
I'm not
pauses
entirely.
sorry.
Sorry. I'm not entirely sure, Lieutenant, but this seems to indicate that this facility, at least this part of the facility, is automated and operating at standard. What I guess is standard for its general operating power.
Well, that's good that this section isn't falling apart, that's for sure. Let's proceed on and see what else we can find. Unless there's anything else we can ascertain in this section, GM.
I mean, it's up to you. Whatever you want to try to learn.
Hey, if there's something that catches her eye, like another station that might have more information, yeah, of course, I'd love to take a look at that. Maybe something that looks like it's a central readout or station based on the design. Like this is where you would have the best view to control power and situations, like a main control board for the area.
Well, if this looks like a place to create ship components, can we tell exactly what type of ship components is being created in this particular area? Is it making engines or weapons or
It doesn't. It's hard to tell. Like, some of it looks like hull planing. Some of it looks like computer components. Some of it looks like what maybe you think one of them looks like sort of some sort of conduit.
okay?
So it's
Does
making multiple types of ship components here. That would make sense. I think that might be for smaller ships, but I'm just guessing.
does this terminal or one of the ones near it um, have the 23rd century equivalent of email or logs? Like maybe there's a log somewhere, um, like productivity logs or something like that, or
For
a set of
momentum.
instructions from. I'll spend it.
Um, as you try to go through the system, um, from what you could tell, it seemed like there's a master control room or some other room potentially where this particular factory received its essentially what to make.
Hey, Lieutenant.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I can't get a whole lot about what like instructions or anything from this, but I think this here is an indication that um, that this whatever this room is doing, it was receiving instructions or orders from some sort of like central control area.
Let's go
I wonder if
there.
we could
That's an
find that.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if we can figure out where that is. That's where we need to go. Excellent. Out of character, is it Dr. Vigo or is he a medic?
His rank, I don't know. It's probably been to Starfleet Medical, so probably doctor.
Excellent, Doctor. Your investigative skills are quite good. Let's see if we can get to that master control room. That'll tell us a lot.
Okay. As you go deeper in the facility, you notice larger components being made, and you see what appears to be drones picking up, like autonomous craft picking up components, and then going off somewhere else in the facility. And you find essentially a turbo lift, or at least what you think is a turbo lift. Um, and as the doors open up, you enter, which the station seems to kind of acknowledge your presence. You're in a turbo lift, the doors close, but nothing happens.
Well, we have to figure out which level that master control center is on. Is there any commonality
There's
between
a
the symbols that he
I,
found?
there is a control panel, and it has a strange, alien writing on it.
Well, what do you think, gang? We try it?
Well, I mean, you want me to hit some buttons at random, sir?
No, I was hoping you might recognize one, but how many buttons are there? We'll try one.
I mean,
Do
there's
this.
several on there.
Several. Is there one lit up so we know which one we're on?
No.
No.
How are the buttons arranged?
Um, top to bottom.
All right, I guess my question is more generically, could we ascertain from the layout what might get this turbo lift to move? Gosh, I don't even know if we're at the bottom or the top of this thing.
Is there a way to translate them?
Do you wish to use your tricorder to translate the writing?
I do.
Okay. Control plus science difficulty 2.
Will you take xenolinguistics
Yes, I
as a
will.
focus? Huzzah. That finally comes in handy. You said control science?
Yes.
Diff 2, you say. These are pretty good sets. I'll use a momentum.
Okay, Vogel. You manage to translate, and you find the button easily for the control room. And the tricorder does have a reference for the who the language belongs to.
Was my guess correct?
The Kaolathians?
This one here, the tricorders has recognized as being control room.
Yes, the species in question is Calithians.
Yes, I found Peron's log from back then. That was what had me distracted a little while ago. It's like, damn it, I know that's in my logs.
But yes, the tricorder is definitely reading this language as Calathian. What we know of it, anyway.
Well, let's go. Let's go to this master control room. See what we can
Yes,
find.
exactly.
Okay.
Well
And Vogel
done.
will push the button.
Unless that's exactly what they wanted us to do.
So
It's
far,
a
we
trap.
haven't activated any kind of security. This is good.
Okay. The turbo lift hums and it's not real long as the doors slide open. Door's probably right over there. As you come in, you see a large room full of computer terminals and other equipment that seems on and displaying a map of the star system that you're currently in.
Well, you definitely know where Vogel will go first.
Yep.
Whoa, that's Vogel. That's Vito. Whoa.
Vogel, give me an insight con difficulty 2.
I'll use the final momentum. Stellar cartography focus? Question marks.
Sure.
That sounded so final.
Gain a momentum. Vogel, as you're looking at this holographic map, you notice that everything from what you could tell seems accurate, except for this little marker that seems to be off in the distance on the outer edge of the solar system. You're not sure what that is.
Huh. This appears to be a accurate map of the Gemulon system, but it's displaying something here that I don't think we have on our maps anywhere. I'm going to zoom in on whatever that is and try to see.
As you try to
As we're
get
talking.
familiar with the computer terminal, you zoom in on the map and you notice it to be a ship.
What kind of ship is that?
Try to identify it, I guess.
For momentum.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, was the Gemulon station and the Navajo showing up on that map?
That was my next question.
Oh, they are. The Navajo and the starbase the station are showing up on the map. Yeah, it even shows all the inhabitants on the map too.
That would suggest that that ship is currently in that location, right?
Yeah,
Says Vigo.
that is perceptive. Vogel.
Looking at the make of this, it looks like I think it's labeled a Calathian cruiser. It's outside of the system, but it's definitely showing that it has damage of some type.
We still got that choppy open comm?
No.
No. Okay. No communication in here.
Vigo will begin looking around for what might be a communications panel.
Insight engineering difficulty of 1.
All right. We'll just roll it flat.
Hey, gain
Oh, look
momentum.
at that.
You managed to find the communications terminal. You notice that this station received a communication not long ago for a appears to be an automated repair request.
Hey, Lieutenant Knox, come look at this.
Let me check it out. Take a look at it.
This looks like a comm panel, and it looks like it sent an automated repair request or received an automated repair request from that ship. Could that
You
beam
are
thing
correct.
that Vogel detected be a well? Does this thing show a response to that request?
Just an acknowledgement.
Where did it then send it? Because if it's sent
To
it
the
to one of
cruiser,
these
to
others,
to the Calithian cruiser.
okay. So
Wait,
the
was the repair request from the cruiser or
The,
to the cruiser?
okay, the cruiser sent the message to the repair facility. The repair facility
Mhm.
sent an acknowledgement.
Okay.
It could be those parts that are being produced down there are for this ship. So Vogel, you think it's been out there for a bit, right? Floating outside the system bubble.
Does this um am I able to access the log to see when this thing appeared here?
The ship?
Yeah.
Reason con. Difficulty 1.
Um Stellar cartography, astrophysics, astronav.
Astrophysics. Actually, astronavigation. Either or.
Sweet. I'll use a momentum. I will re-roll the 19.
Gain 3. As you look through the logs, um, you can tell this facility was the logs are spotty after a while. Because it seems like this facility was on standby mode. For which you're not sure how long. But as it came online, you notice the facility started tracking the ship in its trajectory, which is heading directly towards the Gemulon colony. But it seems to be adrift and potentially been drifting for centuries.
Well, it appears that this cruiser may have gotten within range of the Gemulon colony not too long ago. And I think it sending out this automated repair request may have activated this base. That could be the reason for the tsunami, as it was trying to maybe tap into geothermal power.
I think you may be onto something there. It certainly fits the situation.
Is there anything in this control room that maybe looks like a um something to do with its power, like where it gets its power, like a power station, power reader thing, power monitor? I think is
Yes.
something.
For yeah, there is.
All right, wherever that station is, I'm gonna go to that and see what's powering the station, then B, how long ago it was activated
Insight engineering
or
difficulty
powered
2.
up.
And I'll assist you. I'll walk with you and assist you.
We'll
All right,
just say
take a
this station
threat
here.
and take a threat and 2 momentum. Which station was it?
I get one of those momentum back, so I believe you're at 3. Yeah. As you look at the power, it does seem to be tapping into essentially a geothermal power source. You notice it's also harvesting chemical compounds from the lava flow. But it seems like the
To
facility
you,
came online roughly at the same time as the earthquake happened.
yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, it's definitely tapping into geothermal power, and it seems to be siphoning up some of the lava flow here. Maybe using it as raw materials.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be an excellent way to do it.
GM, is this stable or is it going to keep causing more? Um,
Tsunamis.
well, just earthquake, tectonic issues.
For momentum, I will answer that.
I think that's worth it. Yeah, I think that's worth it.
Yes, absolutely it is.
For now, it seems stable. You're unsure if it will cause any more, but you do think if it has to open the crust up further, that it could cause geological instabilities.
Are we at an induction zone, or a is this a magma bubble that they tapped into and then
You're
created a
no, you're so deep in the ocean. Like this
Mhm.
is almost the thinnest part of the crust.
Got it. Okay, it's thin crust with a spike coming up to it.
Oh, I
Okay.
thin crust pizza.
It's like ice.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, we know it appears to be stable right now, but we don't know. Okay, now that she's unlocked all this, can I make an engineering roll to predict whether this thing will be tapping into more power and stuff that could cause, obvious side effects? I.e., based on the type of,
I think I
production.
answered that already.
Oh,
It's
great.
you're unsure.
Unsure. Okay. I was hoping I might be able to look at the data and get an idea. That's what I was asking about.
Hey, since he's standing by that console, can Vico figure out how to reach the Navajo with this communications equipment?
Certainly. Give me a reason plus engineering difficulty 2.
I will give you a momentum. Well, couldn't last forever.
Unfortunately, you're
Lieutenant,
not be able to
it's
figure it out.
possible we might be able to. Lieutenant, I wonder if we could. I can't figure out how, but maybe we could reach the Navajo with this equipment.
Let me give it a shot. I'll do. What do you want? Insight and engineering.
Reason engineering.
Reason engineering. Okay. Reason engineering. Here we go.
Hold up before you make that roll. I'm upping the complication range to 3.
Okay.
Vigo probably hit something that made it harder.
Okay, here we go. This is kind of important, so I like to add threat to get one more die. I want to leave our momentum the way it is. So that's reason and engineering with 3 dice and obviously an increased complication range. Here we go. Okay, and of course I hit that complication.
Those are all complications.
Oh, I hadn't seen it. My character sheet was
Yeah,
fine.
that is 3 complications right there. That's the roll stand.
I think it might be time for you to challenge a value and try to get a reroll.
Yeah, let me see if I can if I've got something to pull this off. So challenge a value to get rid of these. We've been very cautious, so I'm going to challenge quiet and steady wins the race. We've been cautious.
I'll take that.
Guess.
That gets you momentum,
Okay.
but now you have to spend it on another. You have to spend it on something.
Okay, help me out, GM. What should I'm not used to this mechanic before.
Okay, so
and I've
you
been
challenge the
player
value. You challenge that. Okay, I'm marking on the sheet that it's challenged, so that value is
Great.
crossed out. So you cannot use that anymore.
Mhm.
You have to replace that at the end of the adventure. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now you can spend that determination. You have to spend the determination on another value or mission directive in order to re-roll.
Okay. Could I spend it on Starfleet as my family because this whole situation threatens us here and the Navajo needs to know what's out there and what's going on?
No.
Is that no? Okay. Um then if I can see a data point, could I like something that jumps out at me that I feel like I could counteract the problems with, or
I'm
a
not sure
switch?
this line of reasoning here. Like you have a point of determination. This is to get a re-roll. I will accept mission
Okay.
directive for this because your mission directive is
Okay, then
to
I'll
study and research facility, and you did something like, oh, I have no idea what I did. I need to do this before I mess it up. I need to fix this real quick.
okay,
So
I'll do that. Thank you. So what attribute do you want me to use?
you're not using your value. You're calling the mission directive. You can re-roll.
Okay, great.
So you click on the re-roll
Okay.
button in the chat box and select all the dice.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Hold on. I just got to get down there.
Keep in mind, it's still complication range 3.
No, I got that. Forge is not being friendly, and let me read. There we go. Okay, give me a moment. I'm getting to the bottom where my roll was. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to re-roll here and pray. Re-roll, and I'm going to re-roll all 3. Here we go. Pray. That's way better.
Okay, gain a momentum.
Okay.
Nearly avoiding disaster, you realize, oh, I'm about to do the all broadcast signal here. And a bunch of other things going on. You managed to quickly reset the system before you did any harm, and you managed to connect the station to the Navajo.
Navajo, this is away team. Can you hear us?
Lieutenant Knox, I'm receiving you. Where are you broadcasting from?
The control center of the production station that we found here that was pretty much the origin of the problem here. The facility came online. It accessed tectonic power in the form of magma, and that's where the tsunami got generated. The facility is connected to a starship that's just outside the system and drifting. I think I'd like to let Vogel brief you on this because she knows more about the species and than I do. I'll look over at Vogel.
Captain, this station and that ship that's heading toward the Gemulon colony, they're Calathians, sir.
Lathian. They've been gone. Well, that's not going to make the Zenkethi happy.
Not in the slightest, sir. And once more, this station down here seems to be a starship repair station, which I'm sure also has the capability to build new starships if it was ordered to do so.
So it might be making repair equipment for that ship. As far as we can tell, the situation is stabilized. The only scenario that could be more dangerous is if the facility increases production and taps for more energy. We can't tell if that's pending or not, but right now we appear to be at a stasis point. There shouldn't be any more damage generated.
Can that be guaranteed?
No.
There's 15,000 lives on that colony. If you can shut it down safely, shut it down.
Okay, let's see if we can do that.
There any records of any more of the Calathian regrowth chambers down there?
I'm not sure what that is. I look over at Vogel.
We haven't seen any so far, sir, but this is a pretty large station.
True.
See if you can pull a facility map. You said you're in there CNC.
Let's see if I can pull a facility map. Can we do that, GM?
For the sake of time, I will say no.
Okay.
You don't see that. This station appears to be autonomous in nature. If need be, it can be manned with the crew, but it is capable of fully operating on its own.
Then could the three of us work together to shut it back down? Maybe that requires signaling the ship as one of the processes.
So you want to try and shut down the station?
The captain's asked me to bring operations to a close so that it's no longer a potential threat. I'd like to investigate whether that's possible.
Give me insight engineering difficulty 2.
Okay, insight engineering diff 2. Insight engineering diff 2. I don't want to fuck this up. I'm going to take 1 momentum, so at least we have 2 in case we need to create a situation. And here it goes. Okay, of course, more complications.
That's what you get for dropping the F-bomb, Knox.
Yeah.
Does the
I
roll
don't.
stand?
Holy crap! I don't know that I can challenge two values in one game.
Nope.
And I have one to challenge. So, yeah, I think it stands. But this is an assessment, so it may just be, oh yeah, it's all rosy. That's fine. We'll shut it down then.
Did Vigo or Vogel roll an assist?
Please do. She's got
one of them
headache.
can.
By
Yeah.
the way, I'm feeling a mild headache right now because this has been a tough one to figure stuff out.
And I'm sure Vogel can give it a shot.
Sure, you've seen how good Vigo is at engineering.
Nope.
Oh, this is going to go bad.
As you, there we go. Why is it doing it? The lights change color hues as everything turns red. As this announces unauthorized intruders detected in command center, deploying security measures immediately. And that's the universal translating for you guys. So
Yeah.
So you know.
Vigo says, that doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. I think I saw this in Star Wars. Yeah, we're gonna have company. Anything we can do, like we can see maybe where or is it it's identified that we are and it's not going to give us any more
Yeah, it
info.
identifies that you are intruders and it is getting ready to deploy security measures. All the consoles get locked out immediately and go blank. As the holo map changes from a beautiful map of the stars, of the 2 stars and the planets and everything, changes to a very tall and imposing individual. And with that, I think we'll leave this to be continued.
I tell you, when the